An attack on one is an attack on all. From Hell, credited as based on graphic novel. Lacked source material. V for Vendetta. No Anarchy. League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Failure. Watchmen. Next. You, didn't mention Swamp Thing. More not working on yet. Alan Moore is one of the most prolific writers of comic books the world has ever known. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much luck with his books getting turned into movies. Moore, along with Frank Miller, changed the way people looked at comic books in the 80s, and I think very highly of Alan Moore. Frank Miller, well, you'll find out about him in my next video. Both these men put out some very influential work, but it was Watchmen that really redefined what the superhero genre was about. Super. Questionable. You're still here? Long hair, possibly homosexual. Excuse me? Right. The trenchcoat-wearing sociopath in the corner is Rorschach, a man who refuses to take off his mask in an alternate 1985 where heroes have been banned. This is the world of the Watchmen. Or rather, I should say, of Watchmen, since Watchmen is a book, not the name of the organization. Yes, this is my first qualm with the film. Firstly, because who watches the Watchmen is such a common phrase, it's as if these guys are trying to incriminate themselves. Also, I feel sorry for whoever drew this graffiti, 'cause it makes him seem a whole lot less literate and witty. But don't worry, Mr. Graffiti Guy, you won't be the only character who's totally misrepresented by this film. Back to the book. So, former superhero / known asshole, the comedian, Edward Blake, gets thrown out a window, and Rorschach, being the suspicious guy that he is, decides to head out to figure out who did it. Believing a conspiracy is afoot to kill Mass, he tells Batman who can't get his bat up, the one-man Blue Man Group, his girlfriend, the super slut, and Adrian, the super narcissist. As the clues come together and the Cold War escalates, the characters of Watchmen set out on many journeys, some physical, some introspective, to find out not only who killed the comedian, but who Edward Blake really was, and ultimately what humanity really is. And so the reader explores this 12-issue world through narrative, flashback, and symbolism. Now, what I discussed there is just the tip of the iceberg, but there's a lot of characters, there's a lot of plot points, there's a lot to cover. And one might ask how you could possibly cover all of this in one movie. Now, if you ask Terry Gilliam, you can't. But that's not going to stop Zack Snyder from trying. Yep, that's Zack Sparta Snyder in charge of this film. Well, let's face it, I mean, subtlety isn't his strength. And why are you still here? Seriously, normally you guys just go away or shoot yourself in the foot or something. Or... Captain Hammer, what are you doing here? My name is Dr. Manhattan. Then why is your glowing blue hammer out by my desk? The first showing of Watchmen opens in a few minutes. Crap damn, how do I get there in time? Wonder what's in pantry. Wow, that worked pretty well. Where'd I get this coat?
Welcome to Point Theater. Enjoy the show.
Only a matter of time, I guess. It's like any hope of artistry ended after Bob Dylan stopped singing. What the hell did I just watch? Zack Snyder, you're on my watch list. You hear me, Zack Snyder? You're on my... Sir, we're trying to close the theater. Could you just wait outside or... You will stay and listen to me rant! Ah! Rorschach's journal. March 13th, 2009. Ranter belligerent. Dangerous. Hoping blow to the head will help him recover. Finish Rant later.